Pope Francis opens 5 sacred portals on Christmas Eve. The next day, he opens the tomb of St. Peter. St. Peter was an apostle.
So you guys know how the Pope just opened the holy door, which is allegorical to opening a portal. You see, I noticed a few things, and I want to know if
acres. Lord have mercy, what came through those doors? Pathways to forgiveness? Or path?
Unfortunately, we live in a time where a lot of Christians just do not understand that the Bible is symbolic for a lot of different things.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Look at you.
Do something with it.
It's just money coming to me easily. Money coming in and needing me. Money coming in repeatedly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me frequently. Money coming in to be with me. Money coming in secretly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me easily. Money coming in and needing me. Money coming in repeatedly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me frequently. Money coming in to be with me. Money coming in secretly.
Hey y'all, welcome back to All Things Jenny. I'm Jenny. Something strange happened during the Pope's funeral. It was a ritual, in my opinion, and there's a lot of symbols and signs that you can see if you can see those, and I'm here to talk about it.
Pope Francis opens 5 sacred portals on Christmas Eve. The next day, he opens the tomb of St. Peter. St. Peter was an apostle of Jesus and the first pope. He was also crucified, but upside down, per his request. In fact, the cross of St. Peter is the upside-down cross. Then Katy Perry and her little girl gang go up to space, or pretend to. The Pope is celebrating Easter yesterday with everyone. Today, at age 88, Pope Francis passed away on Easter Monday. Why am I the only one to think that this is all connected? I know, I make no sense. It makes no sense. But do y'all remember when the Pope opened the door of the Basilica of San Pietro? You remember that? Remember that look on his face? That aha moment where you understand everything. You see it clearly, but you can't say it. I have 2 words for you. Spiritual war.
The Pope had to be sedated because he kept screaming that demons were trying to take him to hell, and there was a portal that opened up at the end of his bed. Allegedly, the story was confirmed by the Vatican. They say he's in a hospital suffering with kidney failure brought on by double pneumonia, and I hope he makes a full recovery. And if you're wondering, why would he be thinking he's seeing demons? Why is he thinking they're dragging him to hell? This is my personal opinion. If you look at the structure of the building from the inside, the stained glass windows look like eyes, and the structure and the lining of it all is the shape of a serpent's head. If you look at the view from the top, not just any snake's head, it looks like a venomous snake's head because the nose is squared off. The glass stained windows look like eyes, and it has full-on fangs and everything. If you look at the structure, you'll see it. Let's not forget about the Pope's throne. The throne is literally a frozen image of Jesus coming out of hell with the keys to heaven and earth, and all the demons are clawing and scratching at him. He used that image as his throne, which was the only time the demons actually had a little bit of a fight at Jesus. And of course, they failed. And for anybody that's going, oh, that's too far-fetched. Oh, she's reaching. They have millions, probably trillions of billions of dollars. Money not being an option, the sky's the limit. They could pick any image they want, and they chose that image. Look up the Pope's throne and look up the Vatican. Look at it inside and out, and then come back to this video and let me know what you think.
These are the viral images of the Pope's last days. Who is that? What is this weird black figure just appearing in the background? It's creepy as hell. Everything seems normal there, and it appears again. Who is he talking to? What the hell?
Yep, this is it for us, as doctors are finding violent, demonic, end-of-the-world markings inside Pope Francis' deceased body, and Judgment Day now has a date. People were terrified after Pope Francis had made a full recovery from pneumonia, only to then almost immediately suffer a stroke and pass. But when his body was brought in with a casket, many turned pale white as they noticed his entire face was swollen and the left side was bruised down to the chin. But it gets creepier as many revealed that a stroke does not cause any of these symptoms, and this seems like something ripped him out from within. Many were then warning it seemed like someone or something was after him, as haunting videos from before he was admitted to the hospital showed him screaming at demons, saying they were going to drag him into the underworld.
Just see now, Pope Francis has spent
whole night screaming at demons who are trying to drag him to hell. The Vatican has confirmed.
Of course, these are just theories and rumors put together all just for entertainment.
So you guys know how the Pope just opened the holy door, which is allegorical to opening a portal. You see, I noticed a few things and I want to know if you guys caught this. Let's check this out. Now, to me, it looks like the Pope just got in the chair right before they opened the door. But that's just me. You know Shakespeare's most famous quote, that the world is a stage. But second off, why does the Pope look scared? Why does he look afraid? Aren't you the vigor of Christ? Does the story of Jesus sound like a man that walked around with fear? No, he moved with confidence, knowing that he is connected to God. Why does the Pope look like he's stressing? Look at that. So as I'm paying attention and listening, I hear bells, y'all. Bells. Remember my bell video? They removed all the bells in the world. Why does the Vatican have bells? Remember, bells are used to ward off negative energies, negative frequencies. So why does the Vatican need to keep away negative energies if you're directly connected to God? The other thing I heard was some yelling or some crying right before he is wheeled into the building. I want you to listen for the bells and for the yelling and or crying. Let me know, y'all. And when the guys come in to push him in, he looks even more stressed. Look at his face, y'all. Look at his face. He looks even more stressed going into that building. Like, how long has it been since he's been in there? The Pope looked like he was sent on a mission and he doesn't even know what he's getting himself into. Isn't that what he looked like to y'all? Am I tripping? And I believe there's another portal he's supposed to open up in January, y'all. I can't wait to see his face on that one. So what do you guys think about this video? Please let us know down in the comments below. Like, follow, and share for more videos like this. Let's continue to get this shift. Peace out.
So the Pope opens up the holy door to the tomb of Lucifer or whoever the hell. I know Lucifer is an angel, he doesn't have a tomb, but that's what we were going with 2 weeks ago. But the Pope opens up the holy door and they live streamed it. And guess what he found on the other side of that door? A camera. A camera pointed directly at his face. This tomb has not been opened in 25 years. So that camera crew is from 1999. And I gotta say, 1999 technology's held up pretty well. I mean, it's high definition, baby. I mean, what have they survived on for the past 25 years, waiting for the Holy Father to open the door for them, to let them out? Did you see all the stuff they had to do to get the door open? They had to take hammers and crowbars and break open a block and remove the key and all that shit, just so they could rescue these cameramen, who definitely didn't slip in before the Pope opened the door so they could set up the perfect shot, right? No, the Pope rescued these people. That's what I'm going with. The Pope is a hero. Or there's actually another theory here that nobody's really paying attention to. What if the Vatican used their secret technology that they talk about on all those other conspiracy theory channels? I'm sure they have some kind of portal technology that can portal in the camera crew. This video's for entertainment purposes only. I'm just kidding. We're just joking. They definitely open the door and let the camera crew slip in first and then just get the money shot, right? That's definitely what they did. Damn it, man.
I'm not one for conspiracy theories, but this one kind of creeps me out. If you guys will remember, just a few months ago, Pope Francis opened the doors to these holy rooms. This is only done every 25 years or so during a Jubilee, but there's some pretty strange things that people believe happened beyond that door. It's what's beyond this door that is raising a lot of questions. I'm not saying I believe this, and no one knows for sure, but there is a belief that Lucifer's tomb, that's right, Satan's tomb, is beyond those doors. Again, I'm not saying that's the case, but in just a moment I'm going to show you a picture of the Pope Francis, after he opened the door. He's visibly shaken. Again, I'm not saying this is because he unleashed something, or maybe it's just a profound holy experience and he's overwhelmed. Either way, it's creepy. Is this Satan's tomb? Something else? Something totally harmless? Something good maybe? I want to know in the comments. Have a great day. God bless.
Listen carefully. A child's cry for help came from behind this holy door.
So we all know the Pope just opened one of the holy doors, aka portals. But I'm not gonna lie, y'all, when I just watched the video, I swear I'm not tripping. I heard a little baby voice or a kid voice say, "Help me," when them doors open. Y'all gotta listen, bro. I know I'm not tripping. In general, just for him opening up these doors, I don't see why people not tripping in the first place. But look, y'all take a listen and tell me if I'm tripping. Make sure y'all listening. Am I tripping? Or I heard what I heard? And y'all let me know if I'm tripping on this too. But when he was getting rolled in that door, he looked hella nervous. I need y'all to drop y'all thoughts down below. Let me know.
Unfortunately, we live in a time where a lot of Christians just do not understand that the Bible is symbolic for a lot of different things. You can literally read one scripture and it means a ton of different things. The Bible is not a one-dimensional book like you might think, or like something that you just learned in church over and over and over again. The Bible is to interpret the future, the past, the present, the beginning, the end, the now, and forever. This is why it is the living, breathing word of God. It is always relevant to every situation. And honestly, prophecy is always being fulfilled. So I've had a lot of people on my last post say that they went and read Revelation 17:11 and said it had nothing to do with the Pope. But we have to realize that things are very symbolic, and you need the Holy Spirit to intervene on your behalf so you can understand what is going to happen next. Just because the Bible does not mention the Pope does not mean it's not a part of prophecy. Everything is a part of prophecy. People that are becoming lovers of themselves, they're part of prophecy. Prophecy is always being fulfilled, you guys. So I think I'm going to start making more content to go in and further explain things, because things get really deep. And unfortunately, I see a lot of people in the comments, they'll take one thing that you post and sum it up as if you don't understand or know what something means, but this is not a one-dimensional thing, you guys. The Pope passing away is a very serious matter. Do you guys really think it is a coincidence that he passed away on the birthday of the city of Rome? Look up, when is the birthday of the city of Rome? It's going to say April 21st. When did the Pope pass away? April 21st. When was Easter Monday? See, a lot of people aren't even aware of what Easter Monday is. He didn't die on Easter. He died on Monday. Look up Easter Monday. It was yesterday. Is that a coincidence to you guys? There was a prophecy called the Last Pope Prophecy by Saint Malachi that was predicted, I think 900 years ago or something like that. And this person listed all the popes all the way up until now and said that there would be a last pope, which is around this time. This right here is part of the Malachi prophecy. Coincidence or no? And you have to pay attention also to other things. Look who just stepped down from the World Economic Forum. Look at all the spiritual and political leaders stepping down to prepare for what? If you didn't know, Antichrist. He's coming.
Okay, this is freaking me out. It is. And a lot of things about the church freak me out. But this is really scary looking to me. This is just my opinion. But it's weird. It just seems weird. Like they're glowing staffs and the hoods. Like, what is going on? It's weird. That's me. I know it's tradition. but it's freaking me out. It's scary.
Please forgive me. I'm just one big old Roman Catholic conspiracy theorist. Do you guys remember when the Pope opened the portals? Well, all 5 portals are open. 2025 is all. Ever since he opened those portals, it's been snowing in places it's never snowed before. Fire and destruction in California, blocks, acres. Lord have mercy, what came through those doors? Pathways to forgiveness or pathways to retribution? The 5th and final portal he opened on the 5th. What days did the fire start? The fires began on the 7th. And if you remember, the fires started out in a triangle shape. And then when they spread, when you connect these dots right here, it makes a star. I'm sorry, I'm a conspiracy theorist. I'm also Roman Catholic. And I'm a native to California. I'm just saying.
January 5th, 2025, the Pope will open the final door. It is the first Sunday of 2025. January the 5th. January is the first month. The 5th, 1 plus 5 is 6. But then you'll say 2025 is 9. And what is 9 plus 6 but 6? For 9 plus 6 is 6. Is it true that the predictions of the wicked always come true? I heard the predictions of the Simpsons always come true. What is a simp son? What is a simp son? Did you know that the word simp actually comes from simpleton? And the word simp actually means stupid and foolish. So I wonder, are they calling the sons of God stupid, foolish sons on The Simpsons? Just a thought. Why do they believe in the dead but not the living?
Just because it's an angel don't mean it's good. Don't mean it's loyal to the Elohim. Now that might be hard to wrap your head around because you think just because it's an angel, it's created divinely that it cannot be rebellious. But then how do you get to Satan? How do you get to demons and devils? And this is why the days of Noah is so important, because when you don't understand the days of Noah, it's going to be hard for you to understand the rest of the Bible, because you never asked yourself, where do these demons come from? You never asked yourself, why is Satan on our backs like this? What's this war that's going on that we engulfed in? Why are we here? You ain't asked yourself that. So let's get to it. So the Bible lets us know for sure, for certain, that it ain't just humans here. It ain't just fish and animals and plants and trees and birds. No, it's other stuff here, right? Everybody agree on that? Did we prove that? If not, you got to study yourself. I can't make you believe. I can just give you the information. So now let's go forward. Hebrews 13:2, famous scripture. Be not forgetful to entertain strangers, or be careful how you entertain strangers. Why? Now, I know some church folk know why. It said, cause for therefore some have entertained angels unaware. So that's a classic little church, little Christian little scripture. Be careful how you treat people, because you don't know if you entertaining an angel. That's the Bible. So you don't know if you entertaining a non-human. That's what it said. Because an angel is not human. It's not of the earth. Bible tried to tell you, Jude 1:6, he said, and the angels who did not keep their own designated place of power and authority in the state. Now, what did he say? The angels disobeyed. That's what he said. But abandon their proper dwelling place. Abandon their habitation. So, they said they speaking to some stuff. They seeing some stuff. They got technologies and information from some stuff, from some non-human stuff. Is it possible that what they call an alien is an angel?
Now, depending on how much you know about the occult and, Freemason and just decoding signs and symbols, you can point out exactly what is being done during the funeral or ceremonial goodbye of the Pope, right? And everything in this video is alleged. Do your own research, but based on the information that I know myself from just learning and from generation of information that I have picked up in my years of living, I can tell this was a ritual. First of all, opening up the portal, opening up the door of that church was already questionable as it is. And the fact that the Pope, while he was sick, was screaming that the demons were coming for him, were attacking him, is already something that you can see that is just not normal, right? Because what do you mean you're screaming demons are coming for you? What did you do in your life as a Pope? Because you're supposed to be this man of God, right? Because people look at popes as this entity that is supposed to be so close to God, and you go and you let him touch you in order to get blessings or whatever it is that people do nowadays, right? But then they call everything demonic. During the Pope's ceremonial, his goodbye, people were wearing cloaked, literal cloak, like the triple K's uniforms, right? And also those are the cloaks that people wear in masonry, like things. Look it up. You'll see it. Look it up. But anyways, while walking, it looked like a ceremonial. It looked like a ritual that was being done. And also the chair of the Pope basically looks like something straight out of hell, right? Straight out of hell. And if a Christian person, and I will go back to Christianity a lot of time, because a lot of time they pick and choose what they want to believe in. They pick and choose who they want to say, oh, well, you're demonic and this person is not. If a Christian person were to see someone who is considered not a Christian had a throne like this at their house, right? Or even post a picture like this, they will call it demonic. But then every single day they were talking about the Pope and how amazing this man is. Not just Christians, but just people all over the world. But this man's throne was literally that, like demons coming out of hell, in the Pope, in the chair. And also the fact that the windows in the Vatican or wherever the Pope lives is the face of a serpent, and you can look at it and see how scary and demonic for someone who doesn't understand the meaning of snakes and the representation of snakes. You will look at it and say this is demonic, but everyone basically overlook all these things. And even during the ceremonial, his last ceremony of goodbye, basically his funeral, all of those things that were happening, all of these rituals that were being done in front of people's faces, it's appalling to me. It's appalling. It's like, how can people think that this is not spiritual, this is not a ritual, And in this video, you can see people who are waking up and saying that, you know what, something is just not sitting right with me. I always thought like there was something strange about the Pope and also the Catholic Church and all the things that they do, not just Catholic Church. But since we're talking about the Pope today, we'll be talking about the Catholic Church. But there's a lot of stuff that just don't sit well with that, because they do a lot of rituals. And then the fact that they were carrying the Ezeli Dantor statue, although you can say, oh yeah, it's a statue in the church, but she's also Ezeli Dantor. She's a representation of Ezeli Dantor. And I shared it in that little clip whenever I'm talking about and pointing out the statue. I wanted you guys to see it, and that's the same exact statue that Diddy has on his back of the lady holding the child. That's Ezeli Dantor as well. This is just a different depiction of her. And yes, they talk about her in the Catholic Church, but also she is not like a Christian or Catholic saint. It's just, I guess everybody has their ways. Everybody have a different image of her and what it represents to them. But when I see it, I see Ezeli Dantor. That's exactly what it is. And during that stuff, they are basically sending the Pope away. The Pope was supposed to be this man of God who, before he died, screaming that the demons are coming for him. And then throughout his last days, you see this dark, cloaked person around him in the shadows. Lets me know that something, when that door was open, something came out. Something very spiritual, something very dark came out of those doors. And why, also, the guy pointed it out too, as soon as they opened the door, it seems like there was a camera that was looking from inside the room, looking at the Pope. So those doors have been opened before, even though they're making it seem, oh, this is the first time those doors got open. I don't believe that, because where did that camera come from? Was that camera set up there? Because it was live when they opened the door. It made it seem like he had just opened the door. But there's a camera looking at the men from the inside. And then you can also hear a little kid's voice screaming, help me. I had to listen to it a couple times to hear the little kid's voice screaming, help me. Like, what is going on? And we all have heard some really shady stuff that have been happening in the Vatican. Children going missing and all these things, you know. There's just a lot of stuff. I don't know if you guys ever seen the movie, the something catacomb. I forgot the name of it, but that movie tells you a lot of stuff. And there's another show also. It's like a little cartoon on Netflix, or an anime, like a animation. I forgot the name of it though, but it's a black child, a black girl, and she was sent to a church or to a orphanage, and the Pope was basically like the devil person there. And ever since then, not even before that, I knew all these strange things were happening, or at least from what I've been reading. But when I saw that, I was like, you know what, sis, they know something that we or the masses do not know. But I believe when that Pope opened that door, which probably was not the first time that door was open, I believe something came out. I believe whatever it was released something that was basically tormenting him until his last days. And when he passed, it seemed as though he was in agony, like screaming, because it seems that they had to basically fix his mouth to make him look like he was smiling, even though when he passed, his facial expression basically stayed how it was. And once you embalm the person and the person has rigor mortis, they probably did it before rigor mortis kicked in, or during the process of it, to make sure he looked like he's smiling instead of in sheer terror. Because why was he screaming in his last hours? Why was he screaming that the demons were coming for him? Which demons? Why are demons coming for you? And in my opinion, you know, whatever you do here it will haunt you here. So I feel like whatever he did allegedly in his life became torment to him in his dying days. And I'm pretty sure, like, let's not just say I'm pretty sure, because I've never gone to hell before, but I'm pretty sure in the afterlife, he probably will be continued to be tormented by the things that is attached to him. Doesn't necessarily mean like he did anything bad here to other human beings. Maybe he summoned some stuff that he offered his soul for. So in return, when you're about to die, you know, they come to collect. And that's usually how it goes. So in my opinion, the Pope did what he did, and now he has to suffer the consequences. And I hope you guys take something out of this video. I hope you enjoy it. Hopefully, you know, you pick something up and do your own research, because these videos are for entertainment purposes only. Do not come for me, guys. Y'all know I love getting deep, because not a lot of people actually talk about these on YouTube. So let me know if you guys want me to make more videos about these topics, because that was interesting. Anyways, talk to y'all later. Bye, love you. Like I said, we're going to touch up some stuff on this book. So in this book is called Spell of Abundance, Love, Wealth, and Protection. So in this book, on the first page, actually, I have a glamour affirmation that you will basically say, you stand in front of the mirror and you stare at yourself and you admire yourself, and you will say to yourself how beautiful you are. You'll basically seal your beauty, like your glam, after you've done your makeup, or even stand in front of the mirror naked with nothing on, so you can really reaffirm yourself of your beauty, of your confidence and all that. This book is mainly for like self-confidence and self-elevation, you know, calling the goddess in you, calling the divinity in you, you know, calling the beauty in you. And also work with the moon, because the moon represents the woman, the mother, womb, water, all of this. So yeah, I have all the steps in here of all the spells that you need to do. It even has one for to get rid of unwanted guests. It's pretty funny. To get rid of unwanted guests. And this book right here, right? So I'm gonna run down real quick of all the materials that you're going to need. You will need a brand new broom. It has to be brand new. And you'll need a piece of parchment paper, a black pen, a black trash bag, because we're going to get rid of this sucker, right? And of course your intentions. And also I have spells on here that you can say. I have daily affirmations. And also I have spells on here that you can do every single day to work with the energy of the planets of the day, and also the archangels that work with the day. So anyways, there's so many spells. There's a 7-day manifestation spell with archangels. And let's see. A 30-day money spell with bay leaves and the Fihu sign, which is a money sign. It's like an F with the extra part. Anyways, the symbol's there, and I even show you like what you need to do, what the sigil look like, all that. And the keys to enhance your spell. So there are different things on here on how to enhance your spell and basically grow your finance, grow your love, self-love, self-admiration, chance to say to yourself to give you that extra energy to go about your day. And also tips to enhance your spell. Oh, I already said this. And morning coffee abundance prosperity spell. You guys remember I just shared a video about morning coffee and how important it is when it comes to hoodoo, and how you can basically use your first cup of coffee in the morning to manifest a better life or a better day, or to bring forth money to you. So don't let, you know, you're already doing these things anyway, so you might as well just incorporate something a little bit extra to basically boost your thing. And here's to influence your boss spell. So this one, I'm sure people who are actually working are going to love this. It's to influence your boss and attract favors towards you at work. Because look, in this economy, we're all working and we need some boost at work, and we also sometimes need to be tied to our job, so therefore you don't get fired. You know what I mean? So there's some stuff that you could do to basically tie yourself to your job, and or tie the job to you. And once you're done and you're all tired of that job, you can get rid of it. It's not something that's completely permanent, but use magic, guys. It's here for you to use. You have the herbs in your closet, you have the herbs in your pantry, you have the candles that you could just simply buy some candles super cheap. Use magic to elevate your life. Use magic to make yourself better. Let me tell you, Jesus was out here using magic, okay? Walking on water and stuff and turning water into wine. Sounds like magic to me. But anyways, guys, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.